guys, this is Ayana Peterson, the Thrifting Diva, and I'm out here at Illicit Rag Vintage. I'm about to interview the owner, Danny, who owns this amazing shop out here. I always find some great items, so if you're out in the Baltimore area, you definitely want to check her out. I'm going to leave all her information below so you can find her place, but if you're looking for unique statement pieces, you know, pieces that doesn't make you look like you just walked out of the mall, then this is a place to be, okay? Okay, hi guys, this is Ayana Peterson, the Thrifting Diva, and I am here out in Baltimore today with Danny, owner of Illicit Rag Vintage shop, and I'm really happy to be doing this interview with her because I found her shop about a couple months ago and absolutely loved the pieces that she had in here and thought you guys would really appreciate hearing the perspective of the owner, and I'll take you around her shop, see what she has in here. So without much further ado, let's jump into this interview so you can meet Danny from Illicit Rag Vintage.
Well, my name is Danny, of course. She already told you that, but I'm actually I started off styling a lot of years ago. I'm kind of old now. So I started off styling. I was doing personal styling for people, started doing photo shoots, things of that nature, because it pretty much surfaced off of how I dressed, like it was surrounding that. So I guess they were intrigued by the way that I styled my own personal clothes. So I started styling other people from that. And of course, from that, I started collecting items because I was addicted to the thrifting. And the pieces were so unique, and I felt like a lot of times I couldn't leave them where they were. So I would take them with me. So, I mean, I guess, is that like a hoarder?
We talked about that in the last video about not hoarding.
Yeah.
So, but I think when you say that you wouldn't leave them with you, when you saw pieces in a thrift shop, is that the way you all, if they put it out as a dress, is that only the way you wore it?
No, absolutely not.
Right? And that's one of the things
you have to have imagination.
Exactly. I follow her Instagram and I'll leave all her information there. And let me tell you guys, dope is how I would say whenever I see a picture of her on Instagram or on her Insta stories of how unique and how just different she puts a piece, just simple pieces together, it just makes me always say, yeah, you do. And
you just have to jazz them up.
And that's what a lot of people, a shirt doesn't always have to be worn as a shirt.
Absolutely not. It's a dress every day.
Exactly. So how long have you been at Illicit? How long have you been in this location?
Well, this is my first store.
Okay.
I started off, I did have a store inside of the Patapsco Flea Market. That was just to make sure that I was actually dedicated to the task. But once I felt like I was ready to dedicate that time, I stepped out and I did purchase the store. I've been here at this location since June.
Okay.
Yes, June of last year, so I'm coming up on my first year.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
What's the most challenging part of owning your own store?
Time. It takes a lot of time. Like you lose. It's only 24 hours in a day.
Exactly.
I swear I wish I could pay somebody for a couple more. It is. That's what it is. Like you lose out on doing a lot of your the things that you're used to doing. Right. Because you have to dedicate time to your business if you take it serious.
Right.
Like it's like a 24/7 thing. Like it has to stay on your mind. There's no, you set business hours like, oh, I only have to do this for those hours. No, when you're off, whether your doors are closed or not, like if you want your business to flourish, you have to dedicate that time.
And I know a lot of people who follow me with thrifting always ask, whether I want to open a store. And I think that's been my biggest thing, like, no, because
it's definitely
a lot of time. I mean, I barely could get one video out a week for YouTube. And so I can't imagine.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't imagine.
Yes, and that's how I feel. Now you're getting one video out, and now I can't do anything besides. It's bad.
I know.
But it's good. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It definitely is.
What's your favorite part about owning?
I love meeting people.
Right.
For one, I told you I love styling. Like, I love styling. So pretty much this is like everything into one bowl.
Right.
I get to watch my customers come in and they find all these dope pieces and they model in the mirror for me. So I feel like I'm still styling at the same time because I'll be like, hey, this goes good with this.
Exactly.
And then it's like we have a whole dressing situation. It's awesome.
Well, you have definitely a big, beautiful space. So as I said, I'll leave all her information about where this place is in Baltimore. But it's really big. It's open. You don't feel cramped. You could come. You could chill in her one of these unique chairs that she has, just chilling here. Can you tell me, where do you get your pieces?
I travel all over. When I was younger, as soon as I turned 18, I just felt like Baltimore is a little bit restricted and kind of, stunted. So as soon as I could buy my own plane ticket, I was out of here. My mom would be like, "Where are you going?" And I'd be like, if I would see an event or something going on, like, I'm there.
Right.
Like, so in that, of course, I gotta find, where's the thrift store at around here? Like, if it's a yard sale, let me stop.
Right.
So it's just like, I've always been into traveling, and I've noticed that when you travel to different places, like, you find different things.
Exactly. I tell them this all the time, that whenever I travel, that's the first thing. Besides what to eat, the second thing is, where is the thrift store nearest anything? Because it's going to be different than what you're used to in your neighborhood, in your local area.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be awesome.
You find listen, I can't even explain to y'all how serious. Like, you find all different kinds of stuff, because people in different areas, they value different things.
Exactly.
So a lot of times you be looking for something and they don't even care about, it's trash to them.
Right.
But you love it.
So
like, with your heart.
Absolutely. New to you, right? That's the whole point about thrifting. Somebody else's trash is your treasure.
Absolutely.
And you will be surprised at how you can make it look like $1,000.
$1,000
So,
and come through. I swear. I honestly feel like I'm supposed to go to like a ball every weekend.
That's the only thing. I have so much clothes, and I'm like, where am I going to wear these things? That's when you start wearing, a ball gown to the supermarket. My husband looking at me like, why are you doing that?
To the market.
Yeah. Because I need to wear it, and I feel like, you know what? Why wait for a ball? Why not just go do it, right?
Absolutely.
So when you look out for, is there any particular style of things that you're looking for when you are picking up things?
There's items that just jump out at you that are unique. Like, I feel like in thrifting, you actually can complete whole looks. So sometimes you do need to get subtle pieces to balance out your wardrobe.
Right.
But for the most part, I'm definitely into unique pieces that are like captivating. I need, when you walk in a room, you want someone to say, like, "Oh, that's interesting. Where did you get that from?"
Exactly.
Like, I mean, what's the point in getting dressed if you're just gonna? I mean, like, you don't want to blend in. Who wants to do that?
Preach. Why look like the next person next to you every time you walk out the door? It's boring.
Absolutely.
Life is too short to wear boring clothes.
That is true. No, that is true.
So, do you have help here? Are you on your own here, or do you have people that help you in the store?
Well, I do have a few of my friends, like, they come over and they definitely help me out.
Right.
Help me get this thing done. Like, it's a lot. Let me listen. It's a lot. I promise you, it's really a lot. Right. So yeah, they do help me get like a little bit of the weight off my shoulders. So that's a big help to me. But in terms of ownership, like, it's just me.
It's just you. But you love it.
I love it. It doesn't feel like it's work. It's tiring, but when I'm doing it, it doesn't feel like a job.
Right. Got it.
It doesn't feel like a job. I'm grateful for that. It's better than working a 9 to 5.
One day.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is. I mean, because the only person that you have to answer to is yourself. Right? Like, I feel like in it, when you make a decision to be a business owner, it's definitely important. You have to know yourself. Okay. And you have to, because sometimes you get some people that are, if they don't have someone telling them what to do, they lose control. Right. And then you have people that, you know what I mean? So it's like, all of that is important when you're determining whether or not you want to become a business owner.
It's people who, even running social media and doing all these things online, people think that it's just about throwing up some posts online and you get dressed and stuff. As Absolutely she's saying, not. It's a lot of work. It's dedication. It's work, and the payoffs don't come overnight.
Not at all. So not at all. You do, and my thing is, what I do is, even though I don't have a boss, I still treat myself like I have a boss. Like, I still discipline myself if I do something that I shouldn't. If I'm running late, I have to stay late. Like, it's just like, that's how I conduct my business.
Got it. Yeah, what would be one tip you'd tell someone who is thinking of possibly opening their own secondhand shop, vintage shop, or things?
Just do your research. just do your research. You have to do your research on your own. A lot of times people will, they'll tell you or give advice off of their own personal experiences. And you really can't live off of somebody else's experiences because their situation is theirs. It's not yours.
Right.
And I feel like people often tend to do that. And I feel like that's what took so long for me to actually step out and do that, because I was listening to other people. Everybody told me it was going to be so hard. It was going to be this. It was going to be that. And honestly, when I actually took the initiative, like I did do my research, and I felt like that did make things a lot easier. But as soon as I stepped out, like things have been going amazing. Okay. They've really, really been going way faster than I could have ever planned. They've been going better than I could have ever planned. And my story doesn't really compare to any of the other people, that gave me any advice. Like it doesn't.
So you're glad that you stepped out on your own.
Absolutely.
Put that faith in yourself at least, and let the chips fall where they may.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it is.
Exactly. Space that you have here, I've noticed online that there are other events that you hold.
Yes,
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, this is a space for artists. And clearly you can see the space is pretty artsy. I feel like that's how that's my outlet. Honestly, outside of the clothing, everything, like, it's just art. Like, I just love artists. I love everything having to do with the arts, music, poetry. So being as though I am a major fan of the arts and open mics and dance and all of that good stuff, being as though my store consumes me, like I said, because time is of the essence, I felt like it would be a good idea to bring it to my space. So therefore, I decided to have open mics, and sometimes I do events, have vendors, music, food, vibes, like just a space where artists can actually come and connect with others, like-minded individuals, and grow. Because, I mean, networking is everything. Like, you never know who you'll be in a space with that can actually assist you in growing and doing what it is that you would like to do.
All right, Danny, tell us a little bit about what you're wearing, if any of these pieces came from the shop.
Yes, well, this leather jacket right here, of course, it was thrifted. This shirt was thrifted. This skirt right here, I actually got from Zara. Got my boots from Zara, too. And I think that I got these styles from, I want to say Urban Outfitters. Nice. But, I mean, of course, the thrifted pieces is what makes the outfit. So you just spaz it up. You can still go to the mall sometimes, but the good stuff.
What are your favorite type of pieces to wear?
It depends on the season.
Okay. Spring is coming. What are some trends that you're
colors. I love colors. I love neons. Neons, especially with like floral patterns, like vintage floral, paisley, all of that good stuff. Neons definitely make it pop. Pastels, of course. Pastels and neons, I love the mix of it.
What's your favorite season?
Fall.
Really?
Yes, I love the layering.
Oh, okay.
Layering. I love layering. I love fur. I love leather. Everything about it.
Right now, which piece in the shop are you crushing on?
Everything, and that's probably because I handpick everything. So it's kind of like it's a struggle. It's a struggle. This right here, I don't see my style. It varies by the day, so I can't really. It depends on how I feel for the day, which piece that I really, really like for that moment.
Okay, so talk to us about. Obviously, you style the mannequins.
Absolutely, I do style the mannequins. Clearly, you can see that I'm definitely into layering. This right here is actually one of the boutique signature pieces. We just recently released this. These are aprons. You can add them to anything. It's accessory. You can wear it with a tight fitted dress. You can wear it layered over. I've seen people layer it with sweatpants.
And are you making these?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So that's just one of the signature pieces of the store. And pretty much I guess I style the mannequins like they're real people. I mean, there's no need to play around with the style.
Right.
You have to get serious.
What's just a piece that you just put out on the floor?
Oh, I'm pretty sure you'll like this one. You'll love this.
Yes.
Colors. Told you colors are coming. Yes, for the colors. Oh, this right here. I love this jacket. Judge me later.
Ooh.
I love this. One of my favorites.
Is that a raincoat? Yes.
Yes, it is a raincoat.
Yes, it's beautiful.
So we're definitely into leathers.
Nice.
So leathers always get me where I have to go.
Nice.
So French.